Fajr join on the global parata. Join
Okay.
Okay. So in the previous class we discussed applications of natural language processing. So there are two applications. There are 4 applications in total, of which we discussed 2 applications. One is story understanding problem. So what is story understanding problem and which approach should we take? Okay. Similarly, we discussed the fourth case. Okay. Using learning algorithms to generalize extracted information. So this is also considered as another application. So next we want to discuss the third and second case. And the third case is information extraction and summarization system for the web. Okay. So as you know, web contains each web page is a knowledge. Okay. So uh, we can think about a web page as a book. It contains knowledge, and we should extract the information from the web and summarize it. That is information extraction and summarization system. And also NLP is that we want to discuss next. So, this is the topic, and information extraction and summarization system for the web. A software that can summarize interesting web-based materials. So, a software can summarize interesting web-based material. That is, it is possible. Two parts of the above problem. So what is meant by information extraction and summarization system means it is a software that can summarize interesting web-based material. So as I told earlier, each web page is a knowledge. Okay. From that web page, you need to extract some information and summarize it. Two parts of the problem. One is locating potential interesting information on the web. That is the first part of this problem. That is, we want to locate where the interesting information is on the web. Okay. Next is extracting critical component of that information through mining. Through data mining, we should of the software should extract the critical component of that information, of the extracted information. That is the second part. So there are two parts. One is locating the potential information. Second is extracting the critical component of that information through mining. You already know what is mining, data mining. So here to perform this, template matching and filling approach can be used. So what should be the approach is that the approach should be template matching and filling approach. This is the approach we can use. Template matching and filling approach. is used for doing this task, second task. That is to extract the information. Okay. So so next is you can view a diagram here. This is a diagram. Okay. That is, this diagram is used for extracting the information. So you can note here, for performing one, notice one is locating potential interesting information. Locating potential interesting information from the web. For performing that task, keyword match or sophisticated search engine can be used. So this is a diagram of that. So performing one, that is for performing this, we can use keyword match or sophisticated search engine. Okay. For performing one, we can use any of this technique, keyword match or sophisticated search engine. Sophisticated search engine can be used. Then we will perform information extraction and summarization of the text using this approach. So we can do this diagram. There is a block information extraction system. It will extract the information. Okay. There will be a predefined topic of interest is there. Then it will extract the contents or information in that domain. Then it is given to the summarization. Okay, summarize the text. So in order to perform the summarization, template based matching technique is used. In order to perform the summarization, okay. In order to perform the summarization, template based matching technique is used. Okay. So that is about the summarization technique. Summarization means in the previous year we studied what is summarization concept. Okay. In that way, in order to perform the summarization, template-based matching technique is used. Then we are defining an architecture here. Architecture for information extraction. Here we are defining an architecture of information extraction. In that, first each sentence of the interesting website is organized and tagged. That is, each sentence in the interesting website, we will find out a website using some method. Then, that is using some sophisticated search engine, etc. Then, what we will do? We will take each sentence and tokenize it. What is tokenizing mean? Means we will find the individual components in the sentence and tagged. Okay. Tokenization and tagging is performed. For performing this, stochastic tagger is used for this. Stochastic tagger tool is used. Stochastic tagger method or tool is used. So this is the first step in the information extraction. We will find interesting site at first, then we will perform tokenization and tagging using stoch tagger. Then this is the second step. The second step, sentence analysis stage perform parsing. Okay. In the second stage, what we will do? We will do on that sentence. That is, in the first step, we will perform tokenization. In the second step, we will perform parsing. Just to remember your compiler design. First step is tokenizer, second is parser. Okay. Similarly, here, first we will take a sentence, or each sentence is tokenized and tagged. Then second step, we will parse the text and produces noun group, verb, preposition phrases, etc. The grammatical construct. Okay. So then in the during the parsing stage, it produces noun groups, verb, proper phrases, and other grammatical construct in the sentence. Next is third stage. So this is the architecture of information extraction system. And in the third extraction phase finds and labels semantic element relevant to the extraction. Third stage one, that is called the extraction phase. It is called the extraction phase. From the sentence, that is, from the sentence we are analyzing, it finds and labels semantic elements relevant to the extraction topic. So, during the extraction time or extraction phase, it will find out the forms relevant to the extraction topic. That is the third stage. And the last stage is merging phase. So, what is merging? Merging phase must address issues such as synonym reference and anapolution. So, the last stage, fourth stage is merging phase. It must address issues such as synonym and synonym reference and anaphora solutions. So, for example, tenure track position and faculty positions are synonyms. So, they merged. Okay. For example, in this, for example, suppose this is the extracted information. This is the extracted information. In that, there is a job description and then tenure track faculty. So here, tenure track position and faculty position. These two attributes or attributes means the same. So we can merge it. So in the sentence, there will be some components having the same. We can merge that together. That is called the merging phase. So what is merging phase means? We can merge the synonyms together. That is called the merging phase. Here in the merged. This is about the merging. Similarly, there is an anaphora solution. For example, Department of Computer Science, the first sentence with V. That is the subject of second sentence. Okay. So, Department of Computer Science in the first sentence. There is a sentence, Department of Computer Science. There is another sentence, V. So what is V? V is equal to this Department of Computer Science. Okay. That is, there is a sentence, Department of Computer Science in etc. 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 After that, there is a sentence starting from V. We are staffs and something like that. But here V and Department of Computer Science means the same thing. So what we can do, we can merge. That is called the NLP resolution. So in the merging process, we want to do this type of process. So this is the fourth step, and the last step is template generation. Okay. So what is template generation? It determines number of distinct relationship in the text. First, it determines number of distinct relationship, which are the different relationship in the text. Then map this extracted of information onto each field of the template and produces file. For example, after information extraction, it will be like this. That is, for example, suppose this is a web page. Okay, contains a job ad. Then this web page is find out using this, then extract. Then this will be the result. Okay, it will be arranged like this: employer, location, city, locations. Please just note this concept. This is a web page. Okay, this is a web page. Okay, contains a lot of unstructured informations, but after performing extraction, what will happen? It will become structured like this. Okay, it will understand the important components in that sentence. For example, employer, locality, location, state, etc., etc., etc. And we can call it as an attribute. Then these are the attribute values. In this way, it is represented. So this is called a partially filled template. This is called a partially filled template. Partially filled template. So here, just giving an example. For example, this is the text. The Department of Computer Science and Engineering of the University of New Mexico is conducting a search to fill 2 times. This is a web page. Okay, this sentence is extracted from a web page. Okay, web page. Then it ends the Department of Computer Science. Then V. This is just like a story. Okay, so next we have tokenization. What is tokenization? It will find individual component. For example, the department, which is the department of etc. And perform tagging. What is tagging? For example, department is a keyword. Then department is which type of grammatical structure? It is a noun. Okay, that is called tagging. That is, it is tagged with the noun. Department is tagged with the noun. Of is a preposition, so it is tagged with this one. The is an article, So it is tagged with this. In this way, tokenization and tagging is performed. So this is the text sentence we are analyzing. During the information extraction and summarization, first we will perform tokenization. What is tokenization means? Individual tokens are identified, the department of etc. and it is mapped to its corresponding grammatical component. For example, the is mapped to article, department is mapped to noun. By using some method, it is mapped. So, by using some method, which method we can use? For example, here we can note stochastic tagger is used here. We can use a tagger algorithm or method called stochastic tagger. Okay. Stochastic tagger. Stochastic tagger can be used. So, by using some method, we will perform tagging, also tokenization. Then the second step is sentence analysis or parsing. Okay, or parsing. In that time, what we will do? We will arrange these tokens in the correct grammatical order. Okay, that is called parsing. Okay, what is analyzing or parsing means? It will form a parse tree based on the grammar rule. Okay, so that is parsing. So this is about the parsing, and the fourth stage is extraction. From that we will identify the components. Employer is the important component and its value. Employer is belongs to the Department of Computer Science, job description, etc. etc. So the extraction is done. Then merging is performed. Already told, sometimes there will be two components or two words have the same meaning. Then merging, by using merging, it will be converted to one. So merging is performed. Then template generation is performed. So after template, this template can be used for this task. That is, using learning algorithms to generalize extracted information. So extracted information is in the form of a template. We can apply data mining algorithms on it, and we can generate more information or refine the previous information. So these are the applications of natural language processing. So these are the applications of natural language processing. So in this is also important question. What is information extraction and summarization? So you should write these topics. Okay. So just one more time I'm repeating. What is information extraction and summarization system means? It is a software that can summarize interesting web-based material. There are two parts. One is locating the page. Okay. Second is extraction. So locating, how we can do the locating? Using sophisticated search engine. It is possible. So we are not worrying about this now. Okay. We are focusing on extracting. Okay. So extracting critical component of that information through mining. Okay. So this is an architecture. For example, this is an architecture of information extraction and summarization. So this is the information extraction system. It will use some method and extract the information. there will be a predefined domain or topic of interest for extraction. Using this, it will extract the information and perform summarization. This is a simple architecture of information extraction and summarization system. Then we are going to study the architecture of information extraction. Okay. The first step is tokenization and tagging. That is, we will take sentences in the website and perform tokenization and tagging. What is tokenization? We will find out the basic components of that sentence. For example, Department of Computer Science, we, the, etc., etc. Okay, just going to this example. Okay. For example, in this way, suppose this is the text we are analyzing, we will perform tokenization and tagging. So the belongs to an article. Okay. Department belongs to noun. Okay. By using some method, which method? Stochastic tagging method. So using a stochastic tagger, it perform tagging. Okay. Tokenization and tagging is performed by using a stochastic tagger. Then the third stage is second stage is parsing. Okay, it will parse the sentence and create a syntax tree or parse tree using the which will be always in meaningful form. Okay, so it will check the grammar. Okay, so in the third stage, what we will do in the third stage is called the extraction phase. Finds the label semantic elements relevant to the extraction topic. Okay, it finds the labels or semantic elements relevant to the extraction topic. Then merging is performed. What is merging means? There will be more than one words having the same meaning. Okay, for example, tenure track position and faculty position in the sentence means the same. So we need to use only one. Okay. Similarly, anaphora resolution is done. That is Department of Computer Science and we in the same sentence means the same. So we can merge and convert it to one. Okay. Then last is template generation. We identified the important semantic labels, then we will arrange it in this way. Okay. This is the template. Okay. So these are the steps. You can write this also. Okay. So this is an important topic. Information extraction and summarization. Then after this application will come using learning algorithms to generalize extracted information. That is, this is the template we found using information extraction and summarization. On this, we will perform what? We will mine. We will apply some data mining concept. Then find out the implicit relationship among the components. Okay. Then use that for further refining it. Okay. That is the concept, or extracting new information. That is the application of using learning algorithms to generalize extracted information. Generalize extracted information. So this is about that topic, and the topic is that it can be used as a database framework. Okay, you already know what is a database. Database, you already studied that subject. Okay, so what is database front end means? The task of database front end is to translate a question in natural language into a well-formed query in the database language. Usually, you already know how database work. Okay, so you will input a query in the form of SQL. Okay, then it will a database give the answer. But suppose I want to give a query in this way. Okay, just a natural language query I am giving as an input to the database. Who hired John Smith? So it should be converted to the corresponding database query. Okay, how it is possible? So, you cannot hear. This is a natural language sentence. The front end should convert this natural language into corresponding database query. Then, what is the advantage? No need to use SQL. Okay. So this is the database front end application of NLP in the database. Okay. So, but the above problem is very difficult task. Okay, it is not simple task. It is a difficult task. That is, we are converting a query into a programming language construct. Okay, this is basically SQL query. Okay, you already know SQL. We should convert the query into the SQL format directly. Okay, so the above problem is very difficult task. Okay. So, which approach we can use to solve the problem? Approach to solve the problem. So, represent the ER diagram of manager of hire. Okay. So, there is a table manager of hire. So, this is the manager of hire table. Table is always at the back end. Okay. So, manager of hire, there is a table. Employee salary, there is a table, another extra. Different tables will be there. So, what we want to do? We should represent the backend tables in the form of ER diagrams. Just approach only we are discussing. Okay. So first we should write the corresponding ER diagram of the backend tables, manager of hire, etc., etc. Then this is the corresponding representation of ER table, ER diagram. That is, conversion of the backend table to an ER diagram should be performed at first. Then what we want to do? Then we want to create a knowledge base entry for hire queries. Okay, the query hire is the, you cannot hear, who hired John Smith. So what do we want to do? First, second, we want to create a knowledge base entry for the hire queries. This will be like this. Okay. Hire, objective, employee, manager of hire. In this way, we want to create a knowledge base entry. That is the second step. So, in the first step, we should convert the backend tables to ER diagram. And the second step, we should convert the query. In that, there is a sentence, there is a word hire. We should represent hire in the knowledge base. Using some representation, I want to store it in the knowledge base. Here, this is the representation of hire. Next, what we want to do? Next, construct a semantic interpretation of natural language query. Corresponding, there is a query who hire. What is the query? Who hired John Smith? So, next is construct a semantic interpretation of natural language query. That is, we should convert the query into its internal representation. Okay, this is similar to this concept. That is like this. There is a query, there is a sentence, we should convert it into local representation, internal representation. Then what we want to do? Here you cannot. Then we want to add a global knowledge and convert it to expanded representation. Similarly, here also what we want to do. So this is local internal representation of the query. local internal representation. Then construct an expanded graph or internal representation using knowledge-based information. We want to, in the second step, we stored this diagram in the knowledge base. Using this knowledge base, we want to expand the internal representation, this local representation. This will be the final one. Okay, this will be the final one. Then this is the expanded graph for query. This is the expanded graph. Then using this expanded graph, I want to convert this query into this SQL query, high-level query to SQL. So this should be the approach, and this should be the approach used for conversion of a high-level query to SQL query. So just I'm repeating what is database front-end problem. Then approach is first the backend tables should be converted to year diagram. Then second step is for that query consider the important component hire, who will hire. So convert hire to its representation, then store it in the knowledge base. Then in the third step, construct the internal representation of natural language query. Okay. Then this is the local representation. Then this is find out the expanded graph. Expanded graph is find out by using the knowledge base information. Then this is the expanded graph. Using this expanded graph, we will convert this to the corresponding SQL code. So this should be the approach, and it's a very vast topic. Okay, it's a very vast topic. So I just written in a very short way. Okay. So please study this topic also. Database. How can you use natural language in the database front end? So this is about this topic. Okay. Okay. So please give your attendance. Abhilash. Attendance. Okay, please give your attendance. 1 minute. Abhilash absent. Abhinav, okay. Ansab Anusri, okay. Adul Satyapur, Adul Dinesh absent. Okay, that should be urgent. Fabina Fajar. Abhilash absent. Fabina Fajar. Okay. Fabina absent. Abhilash Fabina. Okay. Next, Jasim Haris, Ramesh, Muhammad Jasim. Jasim Haris, Ramesh. Ramesh absent. Okay. Mithlaj absent. Mithlaj, okay. Next. Okay. Next. Sharath absent. Sharath, Sarga, Shabna, Sriraj, Saurabh, Subinraj, Vishnu. Sharath, Sarga, Saurabh, Sriraj, Vishnu. Okay. Aswati Didna Harida. Aswati Didna Harida. Okay, Santosh. ഓക്കെ, അഭിലാഷ് ആബ്സെന്റ് അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു. അഭിലാഷ് ആൻഡ് ഫബിന ആബ്സെന്റ് ആണ് ഏട്ടന്.